Welcome to the Kind of Girly podcast, where we kind of talk about everything, and we're girls, so it works. I'm Kaylin, and today I'm with Izzy and Emelisa.
Yay!
And today we're going to be finding out if these people on Reddit are assholes or not. I love judging people.
Oh, really?
It's a pastime of mine.
Oh,
Definitely.
you too.
Definitely. Yes, I agree with her on that.
Yes, we are very new at this podcasting thing, and so be kind to us. And the best way to do a podcast is to judge people and use Reddit information, because Reddit is like a forum of content.
Information everywhere.
I never knew about Reddit until like I knew of it. Like I knew it was a thing.
Yeah.
But I never went on it until recently.
Yeah, me too.
I only go on Reddit whenever I need like an answer to a question. I just look up blah, 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 blah. Reddit. And then bam, I got my answers.
No, I never knew about it until just now. Well, not now, but
Most of the stuff that I knew about Reddit was like drama.
Mm.
I got on Reddit because I wanted to see uncensored crime scene photos.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You fell down that rabbit hole.
she has a dark soul.
She does.
I wanted to see the uncensored. I was curious. I wanted to see what it looked like without the blurry stuff, and it was graphic.
Kayla got a dark side.
I'm just surprised Reddit could allow stuff like that. Like, it was so easy to get. I wonder what else is easy to get on Reddit.
I mean, technically, you can get anything on the internet these days.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the
scary
Craigslist of, I don't know, forums. I don't know what Craigslist is either.
I felt like I knew where you were going with that, and I was like, yeah, that's a good road to go down. And then I got a little confused.
You winked at me. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about these "Am I the Asshole" stories that we found on Reddit. We have 6 of them, and we've read some of them already, and others we have not. So we're going to determine first, based on the title, is the person an asshole, and then we're actually going to read the story. You know,
Okay.
We're going to judge first, and then we're going to judge later.
Ah, okay.
So we're going to be just like, high schoolers.
Call it out, all the
I'm calling out you,
all the high schoolers
class of
out there.
2021.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, really?
I am hurt, Kaylin.
Oh, yeah. She's still a baby.
I forget you're an infant still.
I'm a baby.
So I guess we'll let children go first.
Oh, okay. All right. So, am I the asshole for letting my daughters speak Spanish around the house?
No.
No, I would have to say no. I mean, why would that matter? Off first impression, you know.
Yeah, the title is just, let her speak Spanish.
Exactly. So let's read it. Okay. My husband and I have been fostering Maya, 8-year-old female, and Juliana, 6-year-old female, for almost 2 years and are in the process of adopting them. Maya's and Juliana's first language is Spanish, and both girls are more comfortable speaking Spanish than English and prefer to speak Spanish when they're with us. Okay, so right off the bat, I mean, I don't see a problem with that.
They speak Hola Español.
But their parents don't speak Spanish. The fostering parents don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I can usually speak to the girls in Spanish without any problems. My husband, on the other hand, didn't know any Spanish when we first started fostering them, and he doesn't want the girls to speak Spanish at home. Okay. We came to a compromise that they'll speak English around him, but they can still speak Spanish, whatever language they want, to me and to each other. This worked for a while, but lately he's been getting frustrated if he hears me talk to them in Spanish. I feel like he just feels like he's getting left out, but I mean, come on,
Sounds
man.
like a freaking man baby.
I mean, it would be kind of weird if you're raising your own, well, they're not their kids, but if you're raising kids that you don't understand what they're saying, it would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't shame them for it, because it almost may give them like a complex, like, oh, Spanish isn't a good enough language.
Yes, it will feel weird for him, but at the same time, it's like if the kids know that language and they feel comfortable about it, I think that's something that's still like, it makes them feel good about themselves, because like that's where they're actually from, so they still keep in some type of culture.
Yeah.
Or maybe he should learn how to speak Spanish instead of making other people just speak
Conform
English.
to-
Yeah.
Okay, let me put it out there real quick.
Oh.
So with my husband, I'm Mexican. My husband, he's white. So I've had taught him Spanish because with our kids are going to be bilingual. And I taught him Spanish because I don't want him to feel uncomfortable. I don't want him to be like, what are my kids saying? So like I taught him in Spanish. So like, because my kids are going to speak Spanish, I don't want him to feel weird. And if he didn't understand Spanish, then that will be on him because my kids are going to speak Spanish regardless.
I feel like that's something a lot with interracial dating and marriage too. If you're going to step into a culture that's outside of your own, you need to be willing to learn that culture, knowing that you may raise kids who aren't part of that culture. Like, they're going to be a part of both worlds. You need to be willing for them to accept both.
Sorry, I heard.
I heard it. I heard it bubbling up.
I heard Izzy's belly.
I'm like, oh man, such a serious moment. My stomach has to go growl.
Yep, I heard it.
Sorry, Izzy had to be rude and had to make her
Sorry,
stomach make
guys.
noises.
My stomach.
Oh, is there more to this story?
There is. Okay. So the girls have copies of most of their books in both English and Spanish on Saturday. I took them out for a girls' day and we got our nails done, went out to eat and went shopping. Oh, that's sweet. When we came back, the Spanish copies of their books were in a bag in front of the front door. I asked my husband about it and he said he gave them away on Buy Nothing since the girls have the same books in English and don't need 2 copies. Okay, now my man's getting
Petty.
He getting a little messed up now. I don't know about this.
I don't like that. You're taking something from them.
Exactly, especially something that makes them feel a little bit more comfortable. You know, being in a country where it's dominated.
If you're
by English.
yes, if you're like a foster kid. Wait, not is that how you say it? Foster kid?
Mhm.
Yeah, if you're a foster kid, and I mean you don't know what you've been through, and if you're already with a different culture, family, the least you can keep is the language.
Yeah.
And they're taking it from you. So they're like telling you, okay, forget that you're Mexican or Puerto Rican, wherever you're from. Like he's taking that from them and be like, okay, you're American now.
Yeah.
Forget about where you're from.
And then we got, where am I? Oh, okay. So I took the girls to their room to put their books and new toys and dresses away and started to get them ready for bed. We were out a little late, so it was almost their bedtime. After they were asleep, my husband and I got into a huge argument over him trying to give away their books. He thinks it was justified because he doesn't speak Spanish and thinks it shouldn't be spoken in the house. He's now sleeping in the guest room, and we're not speaking except about the girls.
Amen. Is she the asshole? Just
Nah.
like we decided in the beginning. No, the husband is the asshole.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That just does not rub me the right way.
It gives me very colonizer vibes.
Yeah.
I think you should be happy for your kids. I mean, they're your foster kids, but I think you should be happy that they're bilingual. And I think if they don't speak well English, I think it's a good thing if you push them to learn English, but at the same time, you shouldn't take the Spanish from them.
Yeah, don't discourage it because, again, you can give them like a complex about their own identity.
Yeah. And they're still so young too. Like they're going to learn English in school and from their friends and all that. And it's their culture and it's part of who they are. And if you're not willing to accept that, then
Fuck them. Oh, sorry. Can I say that? No. Delete. What's another word for that? Screw them.
Screw
frick
him.
them. Yeah.
Frick him. And that is what we got from that first story. So, yes, lady, you are not an asshole. Your husband is. And thankfully, he has a couch to sleep on because I think I would have kicked him out.
That's a hard topic.
That is. Yeah.
What we got for the next story, Emelisa?
So, am I next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, am I the asshole? For poisoning my nephew.
Okay.
Probably.
It depends, you know.
Is your nephew bad? Did he deserve it?
Does he not listen the first time?
Oh, gosh.
All right. So, my sister and nephew stopped by as they were running errands and asked to borrow my husband's leaf blower. I was looking for it in the basement, and my sister went to the bathroom, leaving my 7-year-old nephew in the living room. He went to my bedroom and opened up my nightstand and ate some of my iron gummies. My sister found him and rushed him into the ER since we weren't sure how many he ate. He stayed for 3 days in the children's hospital for monitoring and was given a drug to make him not absorb the iron. Luckily, he's okay now and he's totally recovered. My sister is pissed at me for not telling her there were iron gummies in my house. Okay, let me stop right there. Your sister is mad at you for not telling her what was in your drawer? Well, maybe you should be paying attention to your child. They should not
Sticky
be
fingers over
in
there.
somebody else's room. Yeah, no. I feel horrible about it, but it's not like I remember to tell every visitor I have iron gummies in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Like she should have been watching my nephew. She and I haven't spoken much since the accident. Okay, well, all I gotta say is that your sister has been a little
Bitch.
okay. I'm trying not to cuss, but a little dramatic over here because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not a mother, but it's your son is your responsibility. If he goes to somebody's room and opens the drawer and gets something out of there, that's your responsibility, not the sister's.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't, and it's also like iron gummies. It's not like she was over here trying to legit poison him with arsenic or something.
See, I didn't even know that iron stuff like that for kids is very toxic.
I didn't know that either till just now.
Because like as adults, we take that if we need it as a supplement, but for kids, that's like pretty toxic.
Yeah.
I will understand if you have a drug there, like crack or heroin or
cocaine
or one of those drugs. If you have them in your room, I will understand that if your sister is coming with your nephew, the right thing is for you to put them away.
Yeah.
But once the kid goes in the drawer, then it's kind of like the sister's fault for.
Yeah, you should have been watching your kid.
Yeah. No, you're not an asshole. Your sister has been a little dramatic.
Final decision. You're not an asshole. Your sister is.
Ding, ding.
All right, next one we have, am I the asshole for not driving my little sister to school? Is your sister an asshole? Because it seems like most little sisters are. And this is me speaking as an older sister. You're an older sister too, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
You are?
I look, you kind of feel that in my heart.
Are you the asshole? Probably not. It's probably your little sister's fault. Coming from all the big siblings over here.
Exactly.
I mean, when I think about big sister, it's not 1 year apart. I'm talking about years apart. That I'm like, okay, I'm kind of like your mother, but I didn't give you birth.
Yeah, me and my sisters are 9, 10, and 17 years apart. So they're they're like my babies.
Yeah.
Man, my brothers and I are only like a year and a half apart.
You're not a baby sister. You're not a big sister.
Hey, I still feel like the big sis, okay? That's all that matters.
Are you taller than them?
No, they're taller than me now. I used to be taller than them.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Oh, I always felt like you were taller. Probably because me and Emelisa are so
I'm
short.
5'10".
Girl. Let's bust out the measuring tape.
I'm
Standing on your shoulders. All right, so let me read this. I, 18, was about to leave for my hour commute to my college. Sounds like Izzy. Yay. Also, I park in an area where I have to ride the bus to my campus. I leave at specific times to reach my class building at almost 5 to 10 minutes before it starts. My sister, 13, stops me to tell me I need a ride to school. Bitch. Sorry. I'm getting flashbacks to my siblings. Our mom usually drives her, so I ask her why she can't drive her. My sister tells me that she's been on the phone for a long time. Mom? I tell my sister she better ride the bus or walk then. There's a school bus stop on our street with like 4 other middle schoolers, and the school is 5 minutes away. Last time she pulled this shit last minute, I was in that drop-off line for a long time. I'm not doing that again, so yeah, I told her she better ride the bus or walk. She tells me that she's not going to school, and I go on with my day. My mom calls me after my English class, yelling at me because I made my sister miss her first class today. My mom drove her to the rest of her classes. Am I the asshole for not giving my sister a ride to school?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Yeah. I would not feel guilty for that. She waited until the last minute to ask for a ride and then refused to take the bus. She had alternatives and just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, 13-year-old girl, you're the asshole.
And she's 13. She old enough to know, like, to prepare and look for other options. And she has a bus.
Well, teenagers these days are not very responsible.
But there's still the bus. Like, why didn't you just take the bus if you care so much about missing class? I think mom had no reason to get mad, because if mom really wanted her to be at school on time, she would have gone off the phone.
The only reason why you will be an asshole is if you cancel right away. Sorry, I cannot take you no more.
Yeah.
But the mother has no right to get mad at the older sister, because it's not her job to make sure that her sister makes it school on time.
Mm-hmm. Now, unless like the girl like has problems with bullying or something, and like is scared to go on the bus, but I mean,
then I will be the bad sister.
I'm gonna get on that bus and beat up them kids.
Because the thing is, like, even if she had driven her sister to school, then she would have been late for her class, which she actually has to pay for because it's college.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Be rough.
College. That's expensive right there.
That's another podcast.
Yes, it is.
We will talk about college in another one. But yeah, I feel like this is pretty cut and dry. I don't feel like the sister has any blame whatsoever.
No.
I don't think so.
That should be common sense, but I'm pretty sure the mother can make the daughter feel really bad. Oh, it was your fault that your sister was like, it was your fault, this, you know.
I hate parents who do that, who kind of like
Shift
push
the blame.
Yeah, it's like you chose to be a parent, not me, and now I have to take on these parental duties because you're too busy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't ask to be first.
Oh.
You were the lucky one.
I was the lucky one. Or unlucky one, depending on how you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm. There are many viewpoints on that. So.
She's the one where the condom broke.
Oh.
I said where the condom broke.
Oh my gosh.
No, my parents were definitely married. I was not a bastard child.
Hey, you can be married and still use condoms, you know, because they don't want to use any
But I
type
won't
of
be a
birth control.
bastard child, so. Are you a bastard?
No.
Are you a bastard?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a bastard?
That sounds so mean. That
You're a
sounds
little
so
bastard.
cold.
You're a little bastard, Izzy.
Yeah, guys, I embrace who I am.
I'm a bastard and I love it.
I'm a bastard and I'm proud. But my parents are happily married now, so that's all that matters.
So your siblings aren't bastards then?
No, they are too. Yeah.
Just a bunch of little bastards
We're
in that
a bunch
house.
of little bastards running around.
I love that for you.
Okay, so am I the asshole for revoking my husband's access to my bank account? Already, sis, no, you ain't. Make that bank.
Yeah, my husband doesn't have access to mine, and I'm no shame, but I do have access to his.
Okay, so my husband and I have been married for 3 years. We have 2 separate bank accounts, but both of us know the info of each other's bank account. My husband is working a good job, gets a lot of money. I'm currently on pregnancy leave, but I also have a good job as an optometrist. I also have lots of savings on my bank account. Recently, I found out my husband got money out of my bank account. We already crossing some barriers.
Never. Don't ever do that.
Around $3K to lend to his brother. Okay. Now, he lost me there. At first, I was trying to get the guy a chance, but now I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. His brother has a job but refuses to spend his own money and expects his mom and dad to provide for him while he spends money on games and stuff like that.
Oh, hell no.
Apparently, my BIL owed some people $3K, and despite the fact that he had that amount in his own bank account, he asked my husband for money.
Nope.
My husband not only gave him money, but got my own savings from my own bank account without asking me first. When I found out, I confronted my husband. Then he went to his parents and his brothers and complained about me confronting him. Okay, now he sounds like...
That sounds sketchy.
He sounds like a...
That sounds like divorce right there.
That's just super sketch. It's like, are you indebted to your brother somehow that you're willing to do something like this? Because obviously it's out of the ordinary if she's having to go on Reddit and ask.
No, you don't do that. Anybody that is married should understand that. That is not okay to do. I have my own savings account, and my husband has his own account, and then we have our joint account. If he ever wants to lend money to his brother, he's more than welcome to if it's his own savings. But at the same time, I feel like it will be the right thing for him to talk to me about it. But him taking money out of my savings to give it to his brother, that's a fight right there. I'll fight you.
Yeah. I don't know about that. We ain't even done yet, though.
Oh, God.
There's still more. So my in-laws called me and said I'm entitled AH to make such a big deal over... Oh, as hell. I was like, what's AH? I need to get with the hip lingo. Oh, my gosh.
You're 19. Get with it.
I'm entitled as hell to make such a big deal over $3K since my parents are rich and that amount is insignificant to me. They said their son needs it to pay off some loans, and I'm TA for... these are too many abbreviations. I'm TA for making my husband feel bad about helping out his brother. I revoked my husband's access to my bank account, and now he's saying I'm TA and taking it too far instead of trying to resolve this another way. Am I the asshole? Oh, the asshole.
That's what TA means.
I was like, wait, what is? I'm over here trying to still figure that out after I finish the story. Okay, well now we know.
The asshole.
Okay, so at the end, he's saying that he was blaming on her because they were trying to fix the issue. Is that what you read?
Yeah, like her in-laws, his parents, got mad at her and said, well, you're rich and your parents are rich, so it's insignificant to you. So why should you care?
At this point, it's not even about the money. It's about the honesty.
Yeah.
If the money's not an issue, then you should be like, hey, babe, this is what's going on with my brother. Can I borrow $3K? She probably would have said yes if the money's not an issue. But you taking money, even if it's $10, the fact that you take money out of somebody else's savings account, that is not okay.
Yeah, it became an issue when you didn't tell her about it and then tried to pretty much blow it over as you have money. That don't
doesn't make a
matter.
difference. You still betrayed my trust and went in and took money without letting me know and confronting me and communicating with me. And it just sounds like they got some communication issues, especially him.
I wonder how long they've been together.
3 years.
3 years?
No, it sounds like him and the parents are just
The assholes. TA.
selfish. They're selfish.
The TAs.
So they've been together 3 years. That's the first time that's ever happened that
Yeah.
she knows of.
Yeah, exactly.
And now they're married. They have a kid because she's on pregnancy leave, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's about to create so many issues. Because the kid's going to be another financial thing. Because money is like the number one reason for divorce.
Yeah.
And also having a
Yeah.
kid does not help.
Oh, no.
No, fuck the parents. I mean, the in-laws, and fuck the husband.
Frick them parents.
Frick the parents. 2022.
Exactly.
No. I mean, at the end of the day, if your in-laws see it that way, if they're agreeing with the son, then automatically you're telling them, you should know that they're being selfish. All of them are being selfish, not because of the money, but because the fact that he did it without asking her.
Yeah. And the fact that he's over here defending his parents for calling her an asshole, that's just weird.
I wonder if there were red flags before this situation. I would have liked to have known, like, how he was before this that could have even alluded to him doing something like this. Because if you're willing to do that casually now, just imagine what he was doing beforehand.
That's technically stealing. Regardless if you guys are married, that is stealing. You're stealing from your spouse.
Exactly.
That's literally stealing. Like if your husband says, if the wife says, hey, I have all this money in my savings. If you ever need money, just take it out. Not a problem. But you never say that.
So, yes, lady, you are not the asshole. Your husband and your in-laws are.
Thanks.
And the brother, too. Fuck the brother, too.
Oh, and the brother. Fuck the brother.
And the parents. Frick them parents.
All right. So I have another one here. Am I the asshole for denying my potential half-sister's inheritance?
Probably.
Inheritance.
If it's like a half sister, as in like biological, or like, because some people call their step siblings their half siblings, even though they're not technically blood related. I guess it depends on the context. Right now, I'm gonna say yes.
And it depends on how long they've been siblings. I don't know.
Or it depends how long she's been in the picture. Because you can be nothing. But if you were raised with them,
Here's the thing. Both of my parents are adopted. If you were to tell me my biological grandparents who I've never met died and have millions, you bet your ass I'm coming for some money. The fuck?
I'm coming for that bag.
Yeah, for real. I'm going to get me some. I can't even judge.
alrighty. So this is a long paragraph. As the title suggests, I don't know if she's my sister or not. Because my father just passed away and had already been cremated. And I had no idea that my dad had any illegitimate
Illegitimate.
illegitimate oh my god illegitimate
Illegitimate.
I believe in you.
illegitimate okay, one more time.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Illegitimate.
You keep saying it the same way, hoping for a different result.
Say it again.
Illegitimate.
Illegitimate. Okay, you know what? Skip that part. Child. My potential half-sister contacted me last week, claiming to be entitled to have a share of my inheritance. And at first, I thought it was just a scam. But after she said she could prove her identity by doing a DNA test with me, I refused for fear that she was really my half-sister. And I had to share my inheritance with her. After that, I blocked her and pretend that nothing happened. Okay. Inheritance? No. Sorry.
Not again.
Okay.
You said it right the first time.
Okay.
Got it.
After that, I block her and pretend that nothing happened.
Excuse me.
Huh? Kind of girly podcast.
Your excuse me? Can you scoot over? After that, I block her and I pretend that nothing happened. But I couldn't stop thinking about how I was in the wrong. I live in a country where illegitimate.
Oh my
Okay.
God, we did it again.
You know what?
Illegitimate.
Another one.
Issy, can you please
Another
edit this
one.
part where you just say it instead, or figure something out, please?
I'll dub you over. You just say it and then don't say it. Just mouth it and I'll say it. Okay, you
Yeah,
ready?
because
Three,
Izzy definitely edits these.
3, 2, 1.
I live in a
Illegitimate.
country where
Bro, I thought we had a whole plan. What happened?
okay, I said this, you say the word.
okay.
I live in a country where
Illegitimate.
children have the right. Children have the right to inherit, and my father didn't left any will. For now, the inheritance is still in the process. I know if I refuse to take the DNA test, she has no rights whatsoever. I think I know I am the asshole for denying my half-sister's future, but I feel like I'm the right for protecting my rights. I really hope I could just give out half of my inheritance, since I shouldn't have it in the first place. I can really give it up when I was so certain it was within my right.
There's more?
No, that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, she didn't really explain if she did or if she didn't do it.
I feel like,
I don't think she did because she said she denied.
yeah,
her
they give
half-sister.
DNA.
Yeah. Mhm.
So they can't prove that they're related. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they can't force something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if this half sister was there the whole time with the father, I think it would be the right thing to do. But if she just came out of nowhere, I would just.
I feel like that may not be her choice, though. What if she was illegitimate? So he probably was like, that was his love child or something like that. And she didn't have a choice. And
Yeah.
she spent her whole life without a father. Now he dies. I'm going to get something out of this relationship. You brought me into this world, didn't support me.
I
I
guess
don't
that makes
know.
sense.
I feel torn because on one side, what if she, like that situation happened? You know, he wasn't in her life and he just left, and I don't know. You never know. Maybe she struggled growing up or something, and now she learns that her father passes, and she's like, okay, well, this is his way to repay me for not being in my life and supporting me. And then the other side of me says, okay, well, what if she didn't want to be in his life? Like, what if he was trying to make an effort and...
Well, if that was the case, he would have known about her. He just now found out about her, which makes me think that she was a love child that he kept a secret. She was also a bastard.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hashtag bastard.
Yeah.
you can have kids and not know about them. You know, you can get somebody pregnant, one night stand at a club, goodbye. 10 years later, there you are.
Bam.
Not with me. You can't.
Got
I'm
it
coming
shot
for
up.
that coin. The fuck?
I don't think she's been an asshole, but we don't know the situation with this. So in my opinion, I don't know. That's a hard decision.
I'm going to reserve my judgment because I feel like I don't have all the details. One part of me agrees with her because, you know, that's her dad and she never even knew she had another child. Had another sister. But another part of me is like, okay, well, I sympathize for the sister as well because maybe it was never her choice all along.
Based on what details they've given us in order to judge them, I'm going to say they are the asshole. Only because I come from a very mixed background of, you know, half siblings, step siblings, adopted siblings, like all that kind of stuff. I'm part of that dynamic. And I feel like everyone's entitled to it regardless of like, because you can't, I don't feel right blaming the child. Because I think of my parents. Like my parents didn't have the choice whether or not to have their biological parents with them. But you for damn sure better believe that if one of them died, I feel like they deserve something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like she is entitled to some inheritance, and he's just being petty and selfish. Because he even said he technically doesn't even need half of it.
Mm.
So now you're just being petty.
Well, in that case too, it's like if your father dies, wouldn't you want to know if that's your sister? Because at the end of the day, you can have a relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, okay, this is my half sister. At this point, you put the money on the side or whatever is inherited, and then you gain a sister.
That's another reason why I think it's pettiness. He won't even do the DNA test. Like, if you really cared about, you know, whether she's your sister or not, and you don't want to take advantage of all these situations, you would have taken the DNA test.
Yeah. Wait, is it a guy?
I thought it was
She's-
a guy.
she's talking like
it
it's a
read
guy.
like a guy. It could be a girl. It could be a they, them. I don't know. I read it as though it sounds like something a man would do. I don't know.
Call out.
All you men out there.
Okay, one more time. Illegitimate.
Well, you will get it.
Illegitimate.
Illegitimate.
Wow, you added some syllables.
Illegit. Okay, that's
Illegitimate.
it. Easy. I need some help in that, please. Okay.
Got a W over.
All right, last one. We have, am I the asshole for not paying to change my father's gravely insulting gravestone? I like how they said gravely insulting
I
gravestone.
know, right? Play on words.
You're clever. Based on the title, depends on how big of an asshole your father was, I guess.
Yeah.
If he was like a pedophile, probably not.
We
no.
need the backstory. We need the deets.
All right, so I'll give you those deets. My father and mother had a very bitter marriage towards the end of his life. He had a long-running affair with another married coworker and got her pregnant before he passed. These men ain't He was planning to leave mom, skip the country, and move to Canada to start a new life with her. They had a house picked out and all. Wow, your father's trash.
Dang, he ain't building a strong case for himself right now.
Nope, your father sounds terrible. He moved out and was living with his coworker when he suddenly died of a heart attack while having sex. That's karma.
Karma. Karma.
It really is. Divorce papers were never filed, no legal separation. They were in the process of moving all things legal, but on paper, they were still happily married. You mean they were still married?
Oh.
Now, me and my siblings are already out the home. Our youngest sibling is 19 and is in college. Is he? I work for a tech company, and I'm currently back in my hometown helping my mom manage his estate. Well, my mom was hurt and petty and marked his gravestone as, in loving memory of John Doe, son, father, husband, and adulterer. My dad's family and his pregnant partner are mad and want me to fix it. I personally think it's fine. That's who he was. He was all those things. And since it's my mom's plot, I can't do anything. Am I the asshole? The pettiness in me says no. Realistically, probably yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that because on one end, like, come on, man, why'd you have to mess it up that bad in the end? But on the other, he was still your father.
I mean, it was the mom who put that as the gravestone thing.
True.
And so I guess it would have to be him that would have to pay to fix it since it's part of his mom's plot.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see your mom's definitely petty, and I love her for that. However, in context of everything else, yeah, you are the asshole because you're punishing someone who's already dead.
Mm-hmm.
All you're doing now is just being bitter, and I feel like there's just bad juju with that. It's like shitting on someone's grave.
Yes and no, but that's just anger that you cannot like do it to him because he's not alive. So I mean, that can like make you feel better, make your soul feel better.
I feel like it doesn't. I think it stays there forever. You talk about 50 years after they're all dead, and people are going to see that, and they're going to take your father as a joke. I feel like, I don't know, something about that does not sit well with me.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I feel bad now. Whenever that we're talking about him cheating and then he dies, we're like karma. Well, let me just say this: just because you cheat doesn't mean that you should die.
Yeah.
I take it back. I'm sorry.
I think it's karma
revoke.
that he had an affair and he died while having the affair.
Yes.
That is karma.
That is a little
okay,
too
that-
coincidental.
That is karma. But I don't think because you cheat you should die. No.
Yeah, no.
That's not what I meant. Maybe that's what she meant, but that's not what I meant.
Thank
I
you
meant
for putting words in my mouth.
dying from a heart attack while you're making love to somebody other than your wife, then That's karma right there for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's just a slippery slope to go down to be that petty. Unless it's Hitler or something like that. I can't imagine doing that to an average person. I mean, everyone makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody has those ways. Hannah Montana. I'm surprised none of you got that. I knew she
Everybody
would've.
makes mistakes. I did. I just had to process it for
I
like
should have
3
sung it in
seconds.
Spanish.
Didn't we talk about not putting words in somebody
Solo
else's mouth?
Days.
Oh, God.
That's racist.
You shouldn't speak Spanish in this office, Emelisa.
Eso es racista.
See.
That means that's racist.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the mom was petty, yes. Are you the asshole? A little bit, yeah.
I don't want to put the blame on them, so I'm going to say no, but a word of advice is don't harbor that hate in your heart, and keep that as revenge. That's your way of getting revenge, because in the end, that's just going to create trauma for you.
Yeah.
And more problems down the road.
Yeah, you don't want to have that hate in your heart. Sometimes you just have to forgive people, even though if they don't deserve it. Forgiving people, that removes all that anger from your soul.
Choose love, not hate. Peace. Yo, we didn't even plan that. We're too good.
I didn't even pick that
Did you
one
say
up.
we're too good, like killing is not good?
She is coming for me.
She really
She
is.
wants all the beef. I don't know why.
I'm just kidding.
We love you.
Those are good topics.
Yeah, I think these were good.
Some of them were very thought-provoking. You guys let us know what you think about these stories. Were we wrong on some of them? Do you guys have the follow-up on any of these stories? Because I know they're posted on Reddit and people like to delete their stories. So I took screenshots. I'm like the crazy ex-girlfriend. I took screenshots.
She a little creepy, but she prepared.
I'm creepy, but I'm prepared. So you guys let us know, especially the one about the gravestone. Like, do y'all think that person was an asshole? We were kind of divided on that one.
Or the one with the wife that her husband took the money out of her savings.
Yeah, let us know.
Like,
Can
if
anyone
she stayed
defend
with
that
him.
one?
If you defend them, I would totally judge you.
I want to know the follow-up to that story. So again, if you guys have any of the follow-up information, please let us know. If you are listening through YouTube, we have a podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, and elsewhere. And if you're listening through the podcast, we have a YouTube, the Kinda Girly Podcast. So check that out. We have plenty of more episodes coming out. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all our social medias. We especially have a TikTok, so go on there. And we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.